Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? It's time for the final countdown. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rock.
This is a collect call from an inmate.
Hey, this 3. Pick me up. I'm on the way home. What? Lord, why they wanna hate on me? I feel like I'm falling, but I ain't though. I'ma shed blood for my whole family. It's raining down and I don't got a raincoat. Why? Shit. What they mean, like I ain't doing this shit, like I ain't get this shit out the mud, nigga. I can't do nothing. Shit, nigga don't understand that, nigga. Get the fuck out of the way. Look, my mama be like, Lamel, you can't worry about what people say. You know, they talked about Jesus. But I ain't reading the Bible where Jesus was slanging iron, though. I'm really out here like that. My motherfucking 3, nigga. Yeah, my mama got me out of juvenile as a youngin'. Look, kicked out of school, snacking with the 2. Fuck it, mama, I'm thugging. I never graduated, I was somewhere hustling. My teacher told my mama, Melvin, he's been failing every fucking subject. Damn, then I got jammed. Yeah. Locked in a cell with a digital cam. Laws on the back of me, these niggas mad at me. They send a hitter, I will take them down. Locked in the faculty, this whole facility crying with niggas who didn't go to trial. Instead they got 50, I said they got 20. He won't get to see that new kid he just had. Damn, he ain't give me nothing. She ain't give me nothing. That bitch ain't wanna fuck me. What? Now I bet she wish she gave it up. Cause 3 got so much money they think I own, but they ain't gave me nothing. And any nigga don't like it, tell them stand up, but I take them money. Yeah. Boy, you must be sick, I got 3 kids, plus 3 baby mamas. And now my kids gon' know they daddy still, cause bitch, I made a promise. When them choppers get the floor around, they gon' come and choke. And don't tell me why nobody said, cause people just be talking, yeah. Why? Lord, why they wanna hate on me? I feel like I'm falling, but I ain't though. I'ma shed blood for my whole family. It's raining down and I don't got a raincoat. Why they wanna turn me to the murder man? Why she wanna cheat and be my girlfriend? Why these niggas be so fake and they pretend? Why they wanna be my friend? It don't make no sense. I gave you this, I gave you that. But flip the script, you ain't give me shit, didn't front no zip. I didn't get no back. When it was beef, you called on me, gave you them clips and all them straps. Matter of fact, I take that back. Bitch, I slung on, tell them go ask. And all this pain in my body, I'm so numb, won't let them get to me. I won't. Hate the fact I'm living good in the city, I made history. 200,000 round my neck, my chains tangled up, they cling-a-ling. Fuck the op, bitch, I been on, they see me on their TV screen. What? Lord, why they wanna hate on me? I feel like I'm falling, but I ain't though. I'ma shed blood for my whole family. It's raining down and I don't got a raincoat. Why they wanna turn me to the murder man? Why she wanna cheat and be my girlfriend? Why these niggas be so fake and they pretend? Why they wanna be my friend? Why?
What's good? Let me get this share screen out my ear real quick. All right. What's good? Usually I'm able to say what's up to everybody in the chat via text, but just want to, recognize the fact that I really appreciate a lot of you being here as early as you are. What up, Ken? I see you out there, slanging and banging that iron. You know what I'm saying? Love Stone, appreciate you. I know you be moving around and doing your thing, but you always pop in. I appreciate it. Vibrant, the one that, Big Rigs and Envy will crash out for. Big Vibrant Law. Sugar Plum, welcome. Barn Dog, I appreciate that you're here very, very consistently. You too, Heffa Lee, thank you so much. Thank you. Let's see. Okay, cool. So really we're going to only go over two things today, right? We're definitely going to go over the Envy and Rick Reed. We're going to be doing hang nights at the clubhouse. If y'all know anything about biker stuff, that's kind of a term where people usually we use it first Fridays or whatever, but it's kind of like one of those days where it's open house to everybody at the clubhouse. And what I will do later is I will explain to you the format that we're looking for, and then kind of get y'all's input on, some changes that you might want to see, or, what you want to look forward to. So I had the thumbnail up today and I was only going to talk about that. Okay. I was just going to say, okay, boom, here's what our show's about. What do y'all think? And then I was going to get back with Rick. We were going to talk and obviously, roll something out for y'all. But when I rolled over in my bed, got to my desk and started to do some work, right? I turn on whoever's live if I like you. So I fucks with YTC. I like her content. I like her delivery and what she brings to the table. So I log on, and who's up there? I mean, Lady Stoops up there, and I believe Resto. So Resto, I got a couple things to say, right? Well, before I say something about that, okay, I can actually throw in a clip real quick that this is the binary part of it, and I will kind of put it together. And I'm only going to talk about this one time because one of the best things I've seen Lemon do is come up to YTCs and say, stop talking about the damn contest or his name or whatever. But I'm going to show you a clip real quick when Mr. West did bring up binary. Now, the reason why I'm actually showing this is just because I want you to understand that it's not just you, but at this point, like, the goofiness or whatnot, I know people are not feeling. And I will explain it to you because trolling's cool, but goofy. It's not trolling. So let's watch this real quick, and I will tie it in and tell you how it deals with Resto. Yes, this is about code, but 1 second. All right, let's go.
You know you my dog. It ain't no malice towards you. It's not making sense, bro. And the reason I say it's not making sense, because number one, I've been around you long enough, I can tell when you're trolling. They keep throwing out different amounts. You just agreeing with it. Last night, it was totally different, bro.
I know who
you
that
literally
is.
was in the comments. You was like, "I'm not over this." Somebody said you was getting paid. At one point, you said, "I'm not getting paid for this." So, what is the actual truth binary? You know you my dog. It ain't no malice towards you.
Sorry, I was on mute. So basically, the only reason I was playing that, and what's up, Miss Senator? Good to see you around here. Thank you, Vibrant. Yeah, we are definitely under the copyright disclaimer. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Miss Senator, I said, what's up to you? Okay, so the reason why I play that is it does show a level of confusion. Okay. And if I don't know if Resto, your co-manager, administrative assistant, account executive, I don't know what the hell you are. But at this point, I just showed the binary thing. And the only thing that I have to say to binary in a strong way is first, dump the LLC thing. It sounds crazy. Dump the easy docs that, you just have to fill in the blanks like you're doing, like, what's that shit? Tax. What is that? You can just punch the little things into tax, whatever the hell the program is. It looks crazy, but okay, cool. So binary, it would be cool like if you stood on business, because the thing is I did see you at Lemons and it was like a lot of scrambling and gambling. I'm like, golly. And I get it. You're like, hey, I just want the best. But see, here's the thing. After you say that you want the best for somebody and then you go into like some weird trolling, that's when the irritation comes. Like you got to really try to figure out one thing. But okay, fine, whatever. Binary, we already had our interview. There's no need for us to even continue to talk about that. But Resto, bro, I don't think I've ever heard anything like this in my life. All right, y'all. You got to hear this, y'all. Okay. So there were individuals during the time that Resto was up there that said, do you think that you're playing with us? They mentioned the beef sector specifically. I'm not reporting on beef sector business because, yes, I'm around, but I don't have the right to report on history. But I will tell you what Resto said. So there were people up there that said, Lemon's not a kid. And we've already heard all that because, yes, we all know that Lemon's quite capable of putting on the event. But if these other people want to be involved, none of my business, whatever, none of any of our business, really. And if they kept that shit behind the scenes a little bit better, we probably wouldn't even be talking about it today. So, okay. So there were some people up there that said, hey, Resto, what do what qualifies you to bring content, that's beef sector content with a beef sector individual, and we think you're playing in our face. I never thought in a million years that you would say, I've done all my research. Okay. And when people said, oh, well, what kind of research did you do, Resto? And you said, oh, I've looked into everything. And they were talking about the Sean Bradleys and, the OGs, right? The Lady Dikas and so forth. And you're like, well, yeah, I looked into everything. And the two things that he mentioned, he said DC Gate and Vegas Gate. DC Gate and Vegas Gate. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that there's a whole lot deeper to go into that, because I think that you could just be someone off the street, not know the beef sector, not even understand YouTube, and look up Vegas Gate or goddamn DC Gate. Okay, great. Let's move forward. When it got really, really crazy, I was like, okay, cool. He's thinking on his feet, bro. I don't even want to say the app because I don't want to sound crazy. What's up, Mrs. Vegas? What's up, Sour Patch? I don't even want to say the app because I don't want to look crazy, but I will. You said that you use Wayback Machine alternate, and you said that you can go in a time machine and look up videos that no longer exist. Because everybody said, hey, Resto, how the hell could you do the research on the beef sector and other sectors that are involved, Mo3 sector and black sector, and who's going to show up? You said you can use a time machine, bruh, and pull up videos that people have hidden over the years. Wait a minute. Hey, y'all, can anybody help me out? I don't know if I'm a content creator, reactor, reporter. I guess it just, changes day to day. But could somebody help me out with this situation? What's up, Peach T? I appreciate you being here. Sour Patch, I said, what's up? Big Brenda, let's go. Hey, let us know when that next show is coming up. You have some good conversations over there. What up, Lolo? Hey, Envy at Work listening. That's what's up. All right. Well, hey, I won't be talking too long. I'm going to talk about this craziness because me personally, I don't have a problem with Resto. I don't have a problem with Binary. I don't have a problem with Lemon or anybody that's really involved. It's just, when is somebody going to be like, don't just, it's playing in my face. There's no more content. You guys are going to have a show. Great. You got your judges. Cool. Some people like that Dragons is a judge or not. Awesome. Y'all got alternates. Cool. Vote. Code said you got 11 contestants. Great. You got backup contestants. That's great too. And this money in the pot or whatever, that's y'all's business. We're looking forward to the show. We want to see the talent. I don't hear Simon Cowell and all those other people coming out with all this drama about a damn show. Just have the show. And honestly, Lemon's giving y'all a platform where you can bring and show how you could put something together. Again, Lemon is bringing you a platform for you to showcase your skills, idiot. Like, stop coming out here and telling everybody the strategies. When somebody gives you a platform, you show how organized you can do so, or you're done. Don't you understand the internet is one and done? I know Resto says, I'm not a beef sector. I'm not going to do beef sector content. I don't want to be a part of it. Da, da, da. It doesn't matter. You're going to be on the internet. I would say that no fewer than 12, 1,300 people are going to be there. And the thing is you want to market yourself. You know, like I know that they asked you last night, like, if, you know, what are your numbers? What have you done for your channel? And how can you manage mail? How could you manage, or, allegedly manage Lemon or approach him about that, whatever. That's what people were saying. And that's what people are going to say. You get a chance here. What's up, Pamela? I appreciate you being in here. Beautiful Kimmy, I love it when you drop down. I love it. I'm starting to be a little bit more entertaining when beautiful Kimmy starts dropping down. Yeah, let's go. All right. So, my guy, great. So stop the trolling. Like we get, you got people like me, right? That'll come into the situation and be like, there's a certain level of trolling. You could put somebody's picture up when you're on the panel, or do some light trolling, funny, or bring up something stupid about you in Korea. And like, all this information started coming out from Discord, or they said it was Discord, that you were under investigation and you and your wife live in 2 different homes and this and that. And then when Ness had you over on her panel, she was, I felt bad for you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was a few days ago or whatever before the situation, but she was like, go outside and show the outside, because in Korea, if it's the morning, show us you're in Korea. And you walked your happy ass around and followed every instruction she gave you, instead of saying, listen, I don't have to say you shit, but you were scared. It doesn't make any sense to me. And the people would not be doing this stuff to you, Resto, if you just kept it 100. You know what I'm saying? Because when you come out here and people say specifically to you, we're not stupid, we're educated people over here. And when you tell us that there's a time machine, you were challenged. So people are talking about some information from VS and other people that happened in, what did they say, 2018, 2019, and you were challenged to pull that information up via this time machine, which is crazy, but it's hard to even say. But you're asked to pull things up via this time machine, and that didn't work. So again, yes, you say, do I think that you have Lemon's best interest? Yes, I do. That's fine. That's great, or whatever. But if you're frustrated, me in a position where you got to reach that far to go into time machines and all this other propaganda or whatever, me personally, I might take a step back and look at myself. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably roll up a whole 7 blunt, you know what I mean, and sit back and be like, damn, I'm an idiot. Let me come on back. Because right now you still have the chance to not reinvent yourself, but you still have the chance to be like, let me take a step back. It was getting hectic, whatever. And then you could come back and get your credibility, because right now you're almost at the point where people are not going to listen to a damn thing that you're talking about. Okay, cool. Let's see. Do I have anything else on that? No, the time machine, code. Yeah, we already talked about code, DC gate, Vegas gate, people expressing that you're playing in their faces, and at YTCs. Now, I don't want to, I'm not going to play YTC's content, but just trust me, if you saw it for yourself, it was ridiculous. It was wow. What'd you say about the shorts? Watch those shorts, leave it. Oh, thank you very much. Yes, when I do put up shorts, it really, really helps me if you hit the like button. The reason why I do those shorts is so that y'all can see like a little bit of the show and then decide if you want to go to the long form videos. But those shorts are really, really, really getting us out into the algorithm. And I know, as I said, people might say I bring 20, 25, 30 people or whatever, but those people are from wherever. You know what I mean? And they're good donors, they're supporters, they found us because they wanted to. They're not beef sector, they're not Mo3 sector, they're not nothing. They're just looking for, good content. So, take advantage of that as much as possible. Okay, so we're done with that. Let's move on to what I was going to talk about at the beginning. Okay, Rick Reed and hey, Sour Patch, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate it. That means that you're entertained and I'm doing something right. Y'all don't understand, like when you get donations, whether it be a super sticker, super chat, cash app, it's really, really like a pat on the back, and it feels good. It really, really does when you guys take the time to, give us your hard-earned money for our entertainment value. So thank you so much, Sour Patch. Thank you. So let's go into the Rick Reed and Envy show. All right. So how did that happen? Rick Reed and I'm doing content and I'm trying to put on shows. I'm trying to have a little bit of organization. Do I get mad at people and talk shit? Yeah, of course. But does he get mad at people and flame up? Absolutely. He gets fired up. Okay, that's cool. Whatever. But our personalities kind of like feed off of each other, because like once he's pissed, once I'm pissed, and I think we can kind of chop it up, right? And plus, the funny thing that what we thought was funny is that y'all thought y'all think that we look alike. And the craziest thing in the world was I looked at the picture. I was going to make this. I was going to make this thumbnail, and when I looked at our pictures, I was like, Jesus Christ. Okay, I was like, I get what the people are saying, so it makes it even more funny. So what we're going to be doing is this exactly. Okay, Rick Reed would love to get into more content that means something. Not content that's going to stay with you today and then it's gone tomorrow. So basically, you know how I try to bring information. Some of the stuff that we talked about were current events. And I'm going to give you I'll tell you a couple things. I'll give you an example how that ties into sector news, because it's going to be a parlay. It's going to be marriage between sector news and current events. So basically, we were talking about Diddy. We were talking about we were talking about the Lil Durk and trying to revoke Young Thug's bond, and we were talking about a lot of different current events, right? So the plan is this: we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take a current event, and I'm gonna give you a specific example. Okay, so Diddy right now, right? Yes, I believe his third victim came up missing. These people are coming up missing. Okay, I get it. But the part that we really are going to discuss is Diddy is starting to have this freaking superstar treat me different in jail. When he went in there, he was filling up people's pockets, with those those three-way calls and whatnot, filling up people's pockets, using his celebrity status, whatever, and things were going smooth. Now, once he started freezing assets and things like that, and he couldn't keep up, he still wanted to be treated the same way. But he walked around with an ego thinking that he should be the first at the phone. He should be the first at the commissary line, XYZ. Great. Now, the COs are so pissed off, they're trying to keep it hush hush, that they've turned on him because of his ego. They have turned on Diddy because of his ego. Diddy can't even like move around the way he wants to move around. Okay. And if you know anything about jail, when the COs turn on you, it's open season. They're not going to protect you. They might forget to lock a door or something. Who knows? Allegedly. So basically how that would tie into, what Rick Reed and I would speak about is, I would give my opinion. Now I know this is harsh or whatever. Just understand it is going to be, like a Envy Rick Reed type of vibe. So it'll be turn up, right? But the Diddy thing, I would give my opinion to say, you know what? I think that this content creator right now, and this is just an example, nobody get offended. This content creator right now, their ego is getting in the way, and they're starting to lose subscribers. They're starting to lose subs. They're starting to lose members. They're starting to lose mods. Whatever the case may be, that type of information, and we'll give specific examples. Like I'm giving you an example about what Resto's doing. We will definitely give you specific examples tying that into the current event of what's happening with Diddy and his ego and whatnot. So, as I said, we will still definitely talk about sector news, but at the same time, we want to also bring you the news. So, one of the things I really want now, this is going to be like the quickest live ever because it's just really ABC 1, 2, 3. You know, I wanted to say that thing about Resto because here's the thing: if I start trolling Resto or Binary or one of those people, that I said it here, it's recorded, and y'all know why. Whatever, because I don't like the bullshit. Like if you play in my face and call it trolling, no, trolling's not lying. So tired of people interchanging. Oh, you know, I was drunk, but I was trolling. Oh, I was unhappy or whatever, but I was trolling. No, you weren't. Trolling is more creative than lying. Okay, lying doesn't take a whole lot of thought. Hey, Royal Court, appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I believe you're a new subscriber. Hopefully you did subscribe, but definitely hit the like button. I appreciate you. Shady Tales, let's go. Our recruitment class is getting there, sir. Okay, I like that. Okay, good. All right, cool. So now this is going to be on thank you. This is going to be on a Saturday evening. Now we're going to come on Saturday evenings at 10 o'clock. So what usually happens Saturday evenings at 10 o'clock? People have been drinking, people have been having a good time, whatever. And we're not trying to monopolize any kind of evening shows or anything like that, but we're definitely going to come in here. It's going to be the type of environment that's going to be, turn up. But also we'll try to dial in some stuff that makes some sense. And then we will open up the platform. And I've been promising you all like one of the shows that are more open because you all know I try to bring a show. You all know I try to bring content. But people have always said that they wanted to hit the panel. They got, something to say, this and that. And they'd like me to have a panel show where we can go back and forth. Basically a shit show. Because people understand how I used to be. I put on the shit show for about 3 years. It got old. It burnt me out. I had to stay up all night, all that other bullshit, and deal with the backlash of this happened on your panel. I can't believe you let this happen. Da 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 da. You know, one day I'd get 100 subscribers, another day I'd get 200 unsubscribers. So I feel like people had subscriber parties and then goddamn unsubscribe parties. So I'm chilling out. I'm chilling out. As of right now, I don't have any crazy beefs or anything like that, So that's not normal for me. But does anybody have any suggestions at all whatsoever for the Envy and Rick Reed show? Because him and I are going to speak about it this evening. And I gave you kind of the gist of the situation. I just want to make sure that we don't forget anything. What's up, Ava? How you doing? That's cool. Let's see. Kimmy says she likes it. Hey, Tammy, welcome to the clubhouse. Welcome to the clubhouse. So as I said, hang night is like, kind of a ritual thing at a clubhouse where you come hang out and you just do your thing, and if you notice, those are our backgrounds and whatnot. And the reason why the laughing emoji's there is because you think we're twins. Okay, cool. I already said that. Don't repeat yourself, Envy. But yeah, as I said, I don't see a whole lot going on in the streets. I believe that I think Bernie did Bernie or Bertha May, one of them did talk about like the code resto event situation, which again I don't want to harp on, but you guys are going to create division with the people because you guys are arguing so much. And at the same time, like I really just think that somebody should say, this isn't a joke, this isn't this is that, because you're creating more chaos. And I've never seen a situation where, okay, you guys said that you were asked, hired, whatever it was, Resto and Binary. Well, if you're hired and whatnot to manage the situation, it's actually being more chaotic a manager of a situation is supposed to manage behind the scenes and tell the headliner or whoever it is, the boss, the head, whatever head honcho, which would be Lemon, to go, I want you to, think about the show. I want you to start chatting with people. I want you to, do the networking or whatnot. And we got the rest. So you guys are doing the exact opposite. So again, I don't want to talk about that damn show. We're all going to be there. We're all going to support it. But at the same time, like, let's not make it, let's do something right for once. Because, in different sectors, different areas, a lot of us in black spaces, we look like some damn idiots, and people sit back and laugh at it because, well, we're cutting each other's throats off of something that we don't need to do. Let's all support entertainment. I mean, what are you going to watch? If you're not watching the talent show at Lemons, what are you going to be watching? Some bullshit on TV that nobody cares whether you're watching or not. And it's not even geared toward something that entertains you, but you kind of watch it just because it's on. You know what I'm saying? So let's support our own and do what it do. And as I said, from this point forward, Binary, if you go into some super trolling or whatever, Envy's gonna activate troll mode. And Resto, if you go into any more dumb shit, Envy's gonna activate troll mode. And the thing is, like, Ghetto got so upset yesterday when I say, you know what, if my people say that you're full of shit, you're full of shit. Because I always say it's their show. It's not my show. I'm just the host. So if my people say this is a bunch of bullshit or whatever, I'm never going to let my chat turn into a situation where they got to fight for themselves against the host that's not paying attention to them or the people on the panel that are out of order. Whatever they say, we go. So if you take it personally that my supporters want me to operate in a certain way, too bad. They're here because I'm me. They know I'm a troll. They know that I stand on business. They know if I say I'm going to do something, I do it. They don't have to freaking guess. Okay. So I'm trying to save you from them too. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, nothing wrong with having a class act. You said Binary was definitely being messy yesterday. Yeah. I mean, and I don't hold that against Binary. You gotta let people be who they are, but just kind of go into the space where he knows how to agitate. And the whole thing is it's cool. Like, clout chase any situation. We all clout chase. After this show, if I sit on a panel or type one thing in a chat, I'm clout chasing. It just is what it is. Like, we're in entertainment. We go to each other's places. It's like audition. If those people like you, they're gonna come see you. But I wouldn't use it as such a caveat. Like, for example, I know that people are upset about the whole buy a membership or you won't get to see shit. And again, I'm trying not to talk about y'all because you're not really the problem. It's just, don't put a bad taste in people's mouth before the show. And resto, just like Rico, you're on one leg and you haven't even popped in here to explain yourself, so I know you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like that, for example. But Resto, um I'm gonna ask the people too if y'all have anything to say in the chat based on what I said. What's up, D Ham? Hopefully you're feeling good today, man. Hopefully you got to listen to some music, light some candles, kick back, and shout out to you, brother. Hopefully you get through all your trials and tribulations. You said, I can imagine Binary spent his entire childhood in timeout. Yeah, Ava, I can see him like being the ad lib at the, when we're taking our spelling test in fourth grade, back there like, shh, hey, I didn't know how to write. How much time do we have left? Like, he'd be the dude in the back that would make you forget how to spell the damn words and fail the freaking test, right? That wasn't even funny. My bad. That shit wasn't funny at all. Wow. Okay. Entertainment value of Envy today is minus whatever, minus 10. But anyway, cool. Anybody have any comments, any concerns? And just in case, I always do, just in case, I drop the link. Now, the link at this point, at At the link at this point is open, but please stay on topic. I notice a lot of people try to hit the link and they want to talk about their last trip to Europe, or they want to talk about the Baltimore streets or Philly or something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you hit the panel where you're talking about what I just said, okay, nothing more, nothing less. I think, you know, I don't care how your day is going. Yeah, it's whatever. Just you get it. Molly, what do you got going? Molly, you've been brutal on me lately. Molly's starting to turn. Hey, Envy, at the same time, it seems way too easy for binary. That's the most interesting part. He says one thing and everyone reacts. Right. Hey, Molly, I got a messy question for you. Since you're the messy chat person, I get my turn. Finally, Molly. Hey, what was the buy down yesterday? I saw what you wrote in the chat over at Lemons. You said, you know, hold on, I got to take a drink of water. 1 second. Molly, you said don't take it personal, audio, but I got to buy you down from the platform because Nest doesn't want you to give up all of the content. And the only thing that I could see just with the naked eye, not thinking about it, was that he changed his picture to Lady Snoop. And I'm just telling you what I saw. As soon as he changed his picture to Lady Snoop and he was chilling, whatever, and Lady Snoop was kind of blowing it off or whatever, you had to buy him down for the panel. And again, because you said that Ness was not wanting him to give all of his content away. I don't know if it was on other panels, whatever. I don't care, but that's what you typed. That's not necessarily what I think, but you typed it. You said, no, Envy, that was just yesterday. I know when it was, Molly, last night. That's true though. He really don't say anything crazy, and the entire room is in an uproar. Yep. And he knows how to do that. He's very smooth with it. You know, it's because binary can drag you with that, you know, intelligent humor, you know. Envy, what is your opinion about dragons being a judge? My opinion about dragons being a judge is dragons should not be a judge. I mean, you want me to you ask me a direct question, I'll give you a direct answer. Why do I think that? Hey, shout out to Levin for standing behind her. I like that loyalty and whatnot, but she talks over everybody because here's the thing. She was given a chance to show that she could actually control herself. And it was like, okay, you want to be a judge? Okay, boom, boom, boom. She had to be dropped twice. And then when she came up, she had another opportunity. People were talking and she was like, yeah. You know how she does. And they're like, right now, we literally just told you that we might not want you to be a judge because you're going to be interrupting. You're going to be talking over people. It's going to interrupt the flow of the talent show or whatever. And she proved that. I don't have a problem with dragons, but actions speak louder than words. I don't think that she should be a judge. I'm sorry. If I knew the buy down would be so controversial, I wouldn't have phrased it that way. I promise. It was controversial, Molly, because here's the thing. People are wondering, you know, like, okay, did Ness tell Molly something, or what was the motivation of Molly coming over there to do that? It did create controversy. And I want to ask you directly, Molly, did you really feel like what you typed, because you said he needed to get down so he didn't ruin the you know, with his commentary? Did you really feel, what made you feel like that, Molly? I'd love to know. Hey, Diving, what's up? Hey, Sheffy, what it do? Hey, I really liked watching you cook the other day. I know I said that already, but it looked like you had yourself together. Them spaghetti noodles getting into the thing, I was a little concerned about. And West was looking at you like you were goddamn crazy. But shout out to West and shout out to Sheffy. Appreciate you being here. Okay. At work listening. Perfect. Okay. No, you're right, Envy. I said that. I know you said that. the whole point of me asking you, Molly, what's up, Jasmine? Dragon has no self-control. Absolutely. Hey, Jasmine, I really appreciate you always being here. Also, I always make a point to say, like, when somebody addresses me consistently in other people's chats, I know that you go the long way with me. I really do appreciate that consistency, because here's what happens. People that are never here sometimes, I jump in a chat room, hearts and fists and hands up and music and all this other stuff. Envy, envy, envy. Was it okay? Well, I've never seen you at my shows, so yeah. So that fake ass talking to me in other chats. If you don't come here, please stop, because I'm so tired of typing hello to everybody. Be more like a Jasmine. All right, I appreciate you. All right. So, Molly, this is your explanation. To be clear, damn. To be clear, I wasn't relaying any message on Ness' behalf. Number two, I dropped him for the same reason Uppity or Dory gets dropped. He was doing too much at the moment, but I understand the optics. Okay. Okay. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. So Molly didn't, Molly thought he was doing too much or whatnot. But see, I thought that I don't know. I don't know, Molly. It's a little deeper than that, Molly. I'm not gonna spin a narrative against you, but now Uppity, let's see, who else did you say? You said Uppity or Dory. Uppity and Dory always do too much. And if they get mad at me for saying that, then they're mad at me for saying that. So be it. You know what I'm saying? Don't bring feelings to the internet. I would say that Dory does a little too much, because Dory needs to stay on topic and not talk about the Egyptians and uh Dory. I'm sorry, Dory, don't take this to heart. But number one, if you're on panels all day, every day, and then you go to your own show, nobody's going to come to your show to watch you, because they're tired of seeing you. And here's what happens. It's like when you start going into the Egyptians and and some kind of spiritual being on top of the pyramids and whatnot, when people are talking about making lemonade outside during the day and going to a football game, it doesn't jive. Now with Uppity, that's easy to explain. Uppity's just irritating. You know what I'm saying? Like Uppity's one of those people you grab and take to another sector so you get your money to get her bought down. Hey, what's good, Ken? Hey, you out there slanging and banging, brother? You know what I'm saying? I think Audio got his plane ticket for for your ass, dog. Listen, bro, I don't give a damn about nothing like that. I'm just talking shit, but I always like to hear you pop your shit, man, especially when you and Sonny have your little banters. And I always remind people in the chat when I'm over there, I'm like, man, don't judge how they talk to each other. It's not being disrespectful. Ken's not saying that he's going to slap the shit out of her for real. That's just how they talk, and don't get into their business. That's basically what I say when I'm over there, Ken, because I know you stand on business for sure. Jasmine, if I'm not in the chat, I'm in the clouds watching, but I'm here 97% of the time. I know you are. Is this really you, ma'am?
Yes, it is. Good afternoon.
What it do? How
Hey,
you
how you
feeling?
doing? I'm
I,
doing
I
all
would
right.
assume you're going to talk about Molly's message.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna
Hmm.
clarify that so you guys are aware of what that was about. So I did a live where Dimples and I was having a conversation, and we were saying how Audio Pope shouldn't be oversaturating himself on these panels because it's pretty much the same thing that you just said.
Hmm.
One, you don't want people to get tired of you, and two, you don't want to run out of shit for you to talk about. Especially being new, you don't want to be like, it's so easy to be ingratiated in these camps without even trying. I
Hmm.
mean, look at how these people are attaching him to me. And he just stumbled upon my platform one
Yeah,
time, and now all of a sudden I sent him, and it's
I
just
was
really
about to say
weird.
that.
So yeah. And then you got like people who are saying, oh, he's going to become a lemonette and all this other stuff. Like, that's the type of stuff you don't want, because it's like it's going to take away from your own identity, especially in a sector where people are intimidated by people that have their own identity, do their own thing. They're just so used to people falling into different camps. And, that's what they bank on so that they can drag you collectively. You know, these weak bitches want to do trifectas. They want to do all this dumb shit instead of just standing alone. And when it comes to him, it's like, don't let your fire die down so quickly. You know what I mean? Because it's like that is one of the key ways for that to happen. And I feel like he should, take note of all the content that's wasted on platform. I'm not saying he shouldn't be clicking links and hanging out. I'm not saying that. But when it's like something where it's like motherfuckers are coming at you, and it's like you don't always have to prove yourself in a chat with high numbers because somebody's dragging you. You know, sometimes that response on your platform is gonna matter more because everybody's gonna want to hear it. And I don't even know if he's I don't know if he's monetized or not, but he should definitely, especially if he's not monetized, he should definitely be saving like those responses, those cuss outs, like when them niggas
Hmm.
be dragging him and all that. Or click the link and be like, you know what, I'm gonna do this on my platform or something to where the people are gonna want to follow him back there. But that's pretty much all I was saying, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to make this clear also. Like, I'm unbiased. So it's like audio is really, really getting to the point where people are going to want to know what his actual content is. Because, we know he went after ZX. We know he went after Jay Dunn. He put Lady Snoom's picture up there, pretty much exposing the fact that she's on the list and XYZ.
Wait, he
Um,
did what to Lady Snoop? Oh, bony ass.
I
That
thought that's
freak.
why
What did he do to her?
I thought that's why Molly bought Molly bought him down as soon as he changed his picture. He was sitting up there with Lady Snoop, and it was a bad picture of her. It was I was like, oh shit.
Oh
She was
wait, so him and Lady Snoop are going back and forth?
well, they've begun to. Lady Snoop was
Okay,
trying
I'm here for
Lady
that.
Snoop,
Lady Snoop is so fake and two faced. She's such a waste of space, as skinny as she is.
Well,
Hmm.
unfortunately, I think that she's digging for content, and it's like I told her 100,000 times when she came after me. I was like, dude, I'm not
So
the one to go
thirsty.
after. I mean, it's like, wow, I got a few people over here. Oh my god, and you taught me everything. And the thing is, yeah, as you see, like I do the shorts. And I was telling her like you can get out in the algorithm and whatnot, and then she starts doing shorts. And you know what she said? I swear on my brand and I swear on everything in my life that I will never go back to lemons. But she sits there for 4 to 5 hours. It doesn't make any
Pathetic.
sense.
Let me tell you, I tried with Snoop. It's just not even worth it at the end of the day. Like some of these broads on this app are just the epitome of pathetic. I heard Lady Snoop sit on the spaceship and ad lib everything that Pizarro would say. She would say, "Yeah, you right. Yeah, you right." Bitches that move like that are some of the most weakest bitches I've ever met. She is a weirdo. Like, and she's too old to move the way. Man, pussy ass nigga, what you said, fuck nigga, fuck nigga, what? Like,
On
girl,
blood. Don't
yeah,
forget
like
on
who the
blood.
fuck? And isn't she in her like mid to late 40s? Like that bitch is almost half a century,
She's
and
supposed to
she's
be a
over here
teacher and
hollering,
she's supposed to be
girl.
a
I mean,
teacher and
not girl, but you know what I mean. A teacher, how she? We all know she can't even spell, and that just adds insult to injury. You know, the fact that she has just poor grammar skills. Then when she is dragging, what you said, and then on top of that, the scratchy, raspy voice doesn't do her any justice either. So, you know, she has a lot of things that are not really contributing to her making it on this app. And it just is what it is. I expect nothing more from her at this point because Lady Snoop is just a solidified crumb catcher, you know?
I just don't like what she tells us. Oh, I got these 4 new jobs, and she walks around an empty
Oh my
office looking
God.
like she's got a corner office. And then, how many times has she been engaged and
Jesus.
covered up somebody's face, and she's got a boo in Atlanta, and she's about to go over here and there. All I had to see her do is first of all go live on me, and second of all drive around goddamn Pill's house. Pills of all people, you're stalking him. Come on now. Like,
But
like,
we
like,
can't forget, but what we can't forget, which is I think very just telling about like who she is as a woman, is her begging Don Cato to suck his dick and then
oh
for
my
him to
god.
decline it. What type of slap in the non-existent face that she has is that? Like, are you kidding me? So, like, you offered to suck a man's dick and he told you no? Like, you should be walking around with your head held down. And the fact that we have receipts to show that this actually happened, she needs to shut up talking to anybody. Like, what man denies a hoe sucking his dick? Like, you are that unappealing that
you're cutting out, Des.
so it's not like I'm. Oh, my bad. I'm passing by some
You're
trees
good
and
now.
stuff.
You're good. Go ahead.
But you know,
Why is
yeah,
she
like
so
it's
mad?
just that's
Maybe I missed something.
embarrassing.
Why is she so mad at y'all? She always says, "Oh, for 4 or 5 years, y'all never had my back with the MU and Don Cato situation."
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God, who is she
she
talking
says
to
that all
though?
the
That's
time.
the question.
All of y'all, nobody.
Nah,
Yes,
that's
just
weird.
Kimmy, Tracy. She's got this whole list that y'all
That
didn't have her back
let
and
me
this
tell
and that.
you, that's her way of involving herself in a sector that has since rejected her. Like, to say that is to say that we gave a damn. To say that is to say that we acknowledged that, like we acknowledged it. Like, girl, your situation was only interesting when Clyde Diva got into the mix, and Church Lady, and they showed how you were begging for cash apps, and not even like substan like I'm talking about $3 here, $2 there. Like, it's a joke, and this is the same person that wants us to believe that she's some sort of businesswoman. Wants to talk about me being executive and laughing at me, and I'm just like, girl, you don't have no business being executive when it comes to you, boo. You are just ridiculous. Like, she's a joke. She's a joke.
So that's cool. We talked
Absolutely.
about, yeah, I think that audio is moving around. So basically, to make it clear, y'all, that was not, that has nothing to do with Ness. That was Molly's creative, whatever the hell it was. So that's cleared up. Lady Stoops, out of her damn mind, don't go live on me, or I got plenty of shit to talk. I wouldn't bring out personal stuff or whatever. Let me also, I only got two questions for you. It's going to be about
Hmm.
me and Rick Reed second. But the first thing is how do you feel about, like, the, not the overall event, because you're supporting it and I'm supporting it as well. But do you think
Hmm.
that they're muddying the water, being too trollish? And I'm speaking specifically more about Resto and a little bit about Binary. What do you think about that? Is it muddying the waters?
So here's the thing. The resto portion of it, I have no idea. I didn't see the live last night, so I've been hearing all about it. So I can't really say. And I mean, Resto doesn't have a hand in Lemon's thing, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
he's not involved, right?
Right.
So yeah, but I
Resto's a
mean, when it
hang
comes
around.
to right, right. So I mean, he's only doing what they allow him to do, especially seeing as how he has no involvement in it. So it should really go on one ear and not the other. Really shouldn't be anything that deep. I think when it comes to code, he tends to do a little bit too much. And let's just hope that all that he's doing is not to anyone's detriment, because not everybody got time for that type of stuff. Like, I just don't like the whole trying to put women against each other, and
Mm-hmm.
and then all this, like, it's just weird. Like, when you're in high school and there's like a dude in high school who was just like unattractive or doesn't get any play, or has all his friends gets all the pussy except him, and they tend to do shit like what Binary does, and it's like, for what?
Are you the one that
Like,
said
why?
skillet face? Are you the one that
No, I
said
didn't. No, I can't take credit for that. I
damn.
can't take credit for
Somebody,
that.
when somebody said that, I almost broke my chair. I was like, "What the hell?" Somebody called him a bush mouth skillet face with cheek
I
eyes. I
call
was like,
him a pie face, a moon face, but I ain't gonna hold you. I took the pie face from Glitter Boots. I took it
"Hey,
from Glitter Boots.
did you see the troll page where they put lipstick on him and shit? He needs to
No, I didn't see that.
oh, it's
Oh, was
bad.
that on Lemon's panel?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I seen it on your replay when you were doing the review on it.
Oh, it
I
was
think
on
I
mine.
seen
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
seen that.
Yeah, they got him down bad. Here, I thought there was a ceasefire. No, there wasn't a ceasefire, because you start the fire back up every day, Binary. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the other thing I wanted to ask you is,
Mhm.
what do you think about this?
So, what do I think about it? That is, I'm going on Peck Highway, wrong turn. My bad. Yeah, that
Here,
is
I'll
a good
let you look
question.
at the
So
people. There you go.
I did see the thumbnail of it. So when did this start? Like, when did you guys set that up? Because that was news to me. And then, was the inspiration for the title because of Shakim?
Not for, you mean for the title, like that
For the
says
twins, because you know that
that
every
was, yes, yes.
it was Shakim. Okay, okay.
It was,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
yeah, Rick Reed and I, we were like, hey, because okay, so you know how I kind of do try to put on a show with, yes, I talk shit, but I try to put some content in there, right? Rick
Mhm.
Reed kind of wants to move in that direction to balance himself out a little bit more.
Okay.
Talk about like, trending topics and whatnot, and kind of, weave that into some sector news. So that's where we kind of got that because just kind of playing off of each other's personality. We'll see how it goes. He's turn up and I can be more turn up around turn up people.
Mhm.
But yes, the twin thing 100% came shock him.
I think that was
we la-
funny.
we laughed about it.
Listen, it's different. I will say that it's different. It was unexpected, so I would have to just watch and see. It's interesting to see what could come out of it. But you guys are not going to be talking about sector, are you? Or are you guys going to be talking about like
No,
news, celebrity news, or?
I'll give you an example. The only thing that we're going to bring sector into it, like let's say, like I already told the people, but just real quick, like Diddy is getting the COs have all turned against him because now he's acting like a prima donna celebrity in there, and his ego is starting to get him in a real tough place. Like he's not having a good time anymore. So how the sector news would probably tie into there is maybe I would give my opinion about somebody's ego that's getting in the way of their progress. He would get his opinion about ego that's getting his progress, and then we would all debate about it. That would only be the sector would have to tie into something that is, trending in real life. So
Okay,
that's how.
so I mean, that would have to be something to like, because I'm not gonna hold you. I don't care about these celebrities or their business, and I know
Right.
it's a very lucrative. It's a that genre. Everybody loves to talk about celebrity news. I personally am just one person who don't. I don't really care about them like
Most
that.
people don't.
But but we do have no. But we have a lot of people that do though. Like there are a lot of people that is into that stuff. So I'm just one person. But the thing is, it depends
Yeah.
on how it's delivered too. It's a completely different set of
Well, the good
eyes,
thing
ears, and
is,
mouths. So, mhm.
right. Well, Ness, the good thing is we're not gonna like bore people with like a whole hour and a half segment about that. We're literally
Right.
gonna just try to use them as an example. We don't want to cover and say, hey, in this week's news, R. Kelly pissed on a 15-year-old's face. Like, we're not gonna, or I don't care about what's his face, Smokey Robinson and his wife having, I don't care about that stuff. If it's relevant to what's going on, and we're going to use it as like, just bended ears on a book. So we're not going to be
Let
boring with
me,
it.
because I'm about to pull up to my bank, but let me just
All right.
respond to Binary in the chat.
All
You
right.
said here you thought it was a ceasefire. I mean,
Yeah, he
am I
did say
not
that.
allowed to say my opinion about what I think about what you're doing? I mean, do whatever you want with that information, but I'm giving my opinion about how I feel that you're moving. And just because there was a ceasefire doesn't mean I'm not going to give my opinion. So, there's that. I do think that you're moving kind of funny. You should, maybe just tone it down a bit because it's not that serious for trolling. Like this is not that. So, everything shouldn't be made out to be some joke. Like grow up. But anyway, Envy, let me go ahead and drop. You have a good show. I shared you out, so you do your big one. And
Thank
have
you
a
for
good one.
blessing my panel as always. I appreciate you, Ness.
Alrighty. Bye
All
bye.
right. Mhm. Okay, so yeah, I did, I take heed to everything that Ness was saying about, the celebrity news and whatnot. And I want everybody to know for sure, just because she made that comment, made that clear, it's not going to necessarily be celebrity news. We actually really have no idea what the hell we're going to do. That was just an idea that we threw out. But again, it'll be 10 o'clock at night. Again, it'll be 10 o'clock at night on Saturday evening. So we'll feed off the energy of the people. And Code, did that Code, did that explain like anything that you said about the ceasefire? Y'all do look similar. That's interesting. I know that's crazy, Molly. Like without this cigar smoke in my face and whatnot. Yeah, we do look similar. It's weird. And Molly, I was about to ask Molly, I was about to ask Code for his parents' information because if we were separated at birth, I'm gonna be pissed. Envy, you look like turkey. So okay. All right. Well, You should be careful camming up, sir. You need to put a picture or two on the wall or a poster or something. All right. What's popping? What's up, Classic Lights? We brought you up the other day, Classic Lights. I have no idea what the hell we were talking about because I was smoking. But we brought you up in some kind of mix because yeah, it's because Octavius, weird looking, not lined up hair ass at his mom's house. We were talking about him, so I think that you got into that. I'm not a good dragger, so I can't say much. I don't really hate Octavius. I think he's weird. That's all. And if anybody ever wants a great story about what Octavius did in a situation I was involved in, which a lot of people in the sector know, don't you worry. I will cover that. And like Ken, for example, I sit back and I listen to commentary because I have a vault that is ridiculous. I got 109 videos saved. So always know I watch people's beefs. I sit back and relax, but I always have the golden receipt. I promise you. What's up, soul sister? Appreciate you being here. Ryan, what it do? Appreciate you. Hey, all, I need the red ball. Yeah, Ryan. Red ball. I did talk about, some of the trolling that Code and Resto are doing and kind of muddying up the waters of the event. And, that's about it. And then I talked about, what Rick Reed and I were going to try to do. So, the good thing about what Rick Reed and I are trying to do, even if we did celebrity news and then weave that into, sector news, I think that we're good freestylers. We'll figure it out. Like him, a little bit more entertaining than me, but I don't give a damn. I'll turn on the camera and stand up and holler at everybody, I guess. I don't know. What's up, honey love? Appreciate you being here. You're another one that always makes sure that I feel good in everybody else's chat. Always greets me, and I do appreciate that. Thank you for being consistent. Low. Great live. This live is a great live. That's what's up. I'll tell you this, right? I'll tell you this. I never thought that I would sit up on a panel with a microphone looking at this damn screen and talk to people for an hour or an hour and a half or 2 hours or whatever and get good feedback from it, because I constantly ask people to put comments below the descriptions of my videos, and they're starting to come. And it seems like you all are starting to watch the shows or like the shows. The main thing I would like to know is what makes a good show? What makes you guys want to come here? Because I'm not linked in with the storyline or the whatever the case may be. I know that you all like the reaction that I gave yesterday about the show and whatnot. So if you guys like reactions, you guys like more of the reporting, you guys like more of the open panel or whatever, just let me know along the way, because as I said, I always try to put on a show for y'all. And I believe, let's see, what did we do? We pretty much covered everything. If you ever miss anything on the show, feel free to not only red ball the current show that I have going on, but like, for example, I did To Catch a Mod, which was a lady out here, a racist 60-year-old acting like a 20 whatever year old black woman that was getting it was called Tuck, and it's over Tuck and D black sector. She was getting her beat up and all kinds of stuff, and I had to expose that. But everything goes. It's like episode 1, 2, 3, all the shorts follow it. Just if you ever want to watch a series or of episodes or whatever, you got nothing to do and more entertaining people aren't on, just log on there and take a look. See, because I try to put shows on for you. Screaming and cussing. You know what? And one of the things with me and Rick Reed was like, okay, cool. And that's what that was. It was funny because Rick Reed and I were like, we can't do that. So I tried to put, like, my first title was Drinking and Dragging, like drinking and driving, but drinking and dragging. And both of us felt like, we don't want to be held to the fire to have to come up here and drag everybody. Because if we start doing that, I already kind of know his personality and mine. I won't have any supporters left. And he won't. Well, I mean, he's cemented in the game, and y'all's in y'all's sector, but I might not have any supporters. Organized variety of topics. You actually like women. It's refreshing. Yeah, the purse is closed. I love women, and I'm very old school when it comes to women. As you all have seen, this is not an act. I do not act like a simp or anything like that. This is just me in real life. I'm naturally protective over women, and that's because I was raised by women. So I don't know if that means anything, but my story's long, and someday when 100,000 people love me, I'll tell you about it. But as of right now, I got to keep your attention because there's a whole lot of other things going on. Okay. Yes, I know the sector stuff. I know I'm not going to be, oh, Envy, is Envy going live? Oh, that happened at Envy's. Oh my God, Envy did this. I no. I gotta hit the go live button and hope that I entertain y'all. That's what the hell I gotta do. Okay. I'm trying brick by brick. It's not an easy ride, but you know what? A lot of the people up there in the stands, luxury box, sitting up there, they're testing it out because they know me from a completely different perspective, and I'm trying. Bloop. I always love that. I always look for bloop. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Hood coming in and throwing tomatoes, whether everything's great or not. And Hood, what happened? Why have you been around? What the hell's going on? It means a lot, and you can tell you were loved by women. Absolutely. One of the women that raised me was born in 1920, and trust and believe, I was raised very old school. There was no such thing as you have to wait till you're 14 to work. I was mowing lawns, knocking on doors, paper routes, working at the church. Yeah. So I know what it is. I know what it's like. I mean, and I get crazy phone calls sometimes because I'm too protective over women. I get phone calls like, oh, somebody tried to climb in my window and, peeping Tom, whatever. I take my dumb ass over there, put myself in a freaking go to jail for the rest of my life situation just because I want, her to be comfortable. So, as I said, some people call that simpish or whatever, but that's all good. And I love a simp. I'm not a simp. I know you love a good guy. I could tell, but I wouldn't say simp. Hey, what's up? Come pillow talk. So let me go ahead and just take a few more minutes to see if somebody wants to say something in the chat. And then I'll conclude. Okay. And then we'll bring it all in because here's what we do. I don't care if there's 5 people in here. I don't care if there's 155 people in here. Some of the things that not some of the things, a lot of the things that we say, I always, I don't, I know when my supporters are here. I see who leaves. I see who's in the chat. I see all kinds of other stuff. Right. But the one thing I always want people to understand is bring it here. I don't care what it is. I'll bring the topic, I'll give the commentary, but let's form some kind of understanding. Everybody's not going to have the same opinion, but we'll kind of, debate about it or whatever. And as you all have seen in different situations by popular demand, I move accordingly to that. And believe it or not, a lot of the stuff that we've done here goes out into the streets, and then we just let the streets handle it. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to work hard. We got to work smart. And the only way that you can work smart as a content creator is listening to your supporters. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You all are here not to I want people to come for me. I don't want people to come for all kinds of other stuff. Yeah, well, I'll bring messy stuff, but I'm being respectful of the different sectors. Like the Mo3 sector, whatever, I'm being respectful because some of the things they're talking about right now, I'm just not interested in the content. That doesn't necessarily mean I will always be a Mo3 Troll Beef sector individual, but just what they're doing right now is not interesting to me. So I'm a little bit more in the beef sector as of right now. I'm a nomad. So, as I said, I'll try to keep you all entertained as much as possible. I'll never leave you all. And as I said, all I have is the supporters. I don't want to see if I didn't have supporters on the channel, I'd just take a microphone and stand in front of the mirror and talk. You know what I'm saying? Hang out with myself. Let's see. Not calling you one. I know. Not calling you one. LOL. But I do love them. That's cool. That's cool. Look at me. Let's see. How would I describe myself? You know what? We'll compromise. I'm a bad boy simp. I'm a bad boy simp. I'm the 1%er biker that builds his bikes and fast cars and all the other midlife crisis shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I love women. No one will ever disrespect women in my presence, whether it be online or offline. Was listening. I'm excited about the you and the Gov collab coming soon. Actually, it's starting tomorrow. It's starting tomorrow. We both have an event to go to. He's got an event to go to, and I do as well. It's going to be Saturdays at 10 o'clock. Definitely come. It's kind of a pilot show on Saturday tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. We're really gonna, look at some topics and whatnot. We're gonna see what the vibe is like, and then, based on popular demand, as I said, like we're not gonna push content on y'all that y'all aren't gonna like. Based on popular demand, we'll have show number 2 through show number 1,000 if that's what y'all want. Hey, little mama, good to see you. Hey, I really appreciate how mature you were the other day. You know what I'm saying? You were willing to take a step back and listen to everybody's viewpoint, and accepting that apology was real cool of you. I really it showed a lot of emotional intelligence and your maturity, so thank you so much for being you and not going along to get along. I love that. Let's see. Great minds think alike most of the time. Jasmine, let's go. Yes, sir. All right. I definitely check it out. That's good. Yeah, definitely check it out for sure. Because I will warn you though, like feeding off of that energy, if people are out here doing some really ridiculous stuff, like who said, okay, hold on. All right. I'm going to give Ghetto a pass on behalf of the fact that he came up here the second time and had some sense. Obviously, the first time he came up and said that wild stuff, F your people and this and that, that I'm never going to forget shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on with, if a mod does this or a supporter does that or whatever, nothing will ever come back here to say Envy supporter is not, so he doesn't stick up for him or he lets anything go, whatever. No, if you really support me out in the streets and we come to an understanding, and just like, for example, Ghetto, when you said F my people, I was gonna, by popular demand, if they said, hey, go after Ghetto or whatever, I would have done so. I don't know why that pisses y'all so much. It's online. If you do your history, call Resto. Apparently he can pull up, he could, oh shit, I forgot to tell Des that. I thought she heard that. Apparently Resto could pull up videos from 1918 that doesn't exist off this Time Machine app. So if you ever need to do any research on me, let me know, because that troll shit and upsetting people and running people off. I don't strike. I don't call YouTube. I don't do any police activity, nothing like that. I just make you feel uncomfortable. That's all. And you just get so pissed off at me that you'd rather just not be here. Cool. Little mama said, no problem, MB. I'm glad Ghetto was able to calm down and you guys could have a decent conversation. That showed emotional intelligence on your part too. I appreciate that. Yeah, because I didn't want to get too amped up and kind of muddy the waters of the topic. So I really do appreciate that comment. I just wanted the best to come out of it, out of his mouth, talking to you, so that there's no misunderstandings. And also know that I always try to do a one and done here. That's why I'm so glad that Ness hit the panel, because I really wanted to clear up that Molly thing, because I was confused. I usually try to clear things up on behalf of the people, but if I'm personally confused, I'm going to say something, and I'd rather say it here and get it cleared up rather than chase somebody down at a channel, because then that becomes weird. When just somebody joins a panel and says, hey, I'm not here for this. I'm here for envy. Like it gets weird when people follow each other around on the internet, and that's just not me. Barn Dog, you're saying what's up to somebody. You said, Envy, do you have a backup page? If so, I need the link. I have a lot of pages. And I'm thinking about, mm, I have business, not personal. I got a lot of professional pages, but I might use Burner Channel as my backup. But what I'll do, Sour Patch, is I'll send you the link. Send you the link because we definitely will look at that. Hey, Nubiology, I was looking for you to, pop in here one day. So appreciate you being here. Hopefully I keep you entertained. And, it's just good to see you. Good to see you because we had a really, really good time that night over at Lolo's. That was really, really cool. You have great communication skills and you're a lighthearted person. Hey, Robin, how you doing? Haven't seen you around here before, Robin. Hopefully it's entertaining enough for you to subscribe and come back. And at least hit the like button, please. I'd like to be in all these algorithms. So I think that's it, y'all. I think that's it. Let me conclude, okay? And I get worried to saying that because I don't want y'all to think I'm too structured. Okay, so the reason why I'm having the main reason Rick Reed and I are having this show is because by popular demand, you guys want to open panel over here every once in a while. Not every day, but every once in a while. Resto, this time machine going back or whatever, stop trolling and get back to work because we're not dumb. It was alarming to me that women actually told you to your face that they don't want to be played with in their face, and they feel like you're treating them as dumb and you're supposed to be at a manager type level. Just chill. That'd just be my suggestion. I'm hey, do what you want. You're a grown ass man, but I think that if you want the show to be successful, you should talk it like you walk it, or walk it like you talk it. Some shit. And binary the same. Leave the LLC alone because you're starting to water down the intellect that you could bring to it and the structure you could bring to the show. And I believe one of my rules is, if I have a problem with somebody, especially when we're in business, damn. Let me try to say this from a content creator standpoint. The drama could be a little less. We'll just say that. Me personally, I don't bring stuff out in public. I, talk to it about it behind the scenes, but it is entertaining, and I like y'all, and I do like to watch y'all crash out because you'll build yourselves back up if you're worthy. You know what I'm saying? The circle of friendship is essential to the soul, and we will protect the worthy. If you know exactly what I said right then you're definitely very, very close to the Greek life in college. But anyway, what up, D Ham? Again, I've been here. Just normally don't drop down. Oh, okay, Robin, cool. Well, the ones that like the show and they just want to kind of hang out, we got something a little different here. We have the luxury suite. For the people that are hating, we got the bushes. They can't even get in the front door. But for the people that, are enjoying the show, we got a luxury suite up there. We got plenty of refreshments. We got plenty of appetizers, desserts, whatever you want. You sit up there and chill and feel free to drop down whenever you feel like it. And don't ever feel like if you drop down, you got to, continue to type. Because as I said, you can go up and get your beverage and come on back down. I appreciate you giving me that chance, Robin. The fact that you dropped down lets me know that I am doing something right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see here. 44 likes. Thanks to everyone that liked the video. If you did not hit the like already, it's not too late. Your support is appreciated. Thank you, little Osama. I appreciate that. And it's really, really cool. I do think that that's great. Thank you so much, you all, because I'm at about 92% likes versus views, which is great because, hopefully as I said, the best way that I can help people is to, pull out and get us into these algorithms. Every one of those likes means something because then I get into different areas. So thank you so much for taking the time to hit the like button, because you don't have to and you did. Thank you. Because, oh, by the way, um, for people that don't know, YouTube literally uses the like button as a vote for your video. So when you get the percentage, like let's say like only 10 people hit the like and there's 1,000, now you got like a 10, and that's like not even an F minus. I don't know what the hell grade that is, but it's bad. Molly said, so Envy, did you come up with Ness Molly conspiracy behind the scenes on Discord? That was a reach. No, I did not come. No, I don't do Discord. First of all, I don't do Discord. And second of all, no, I didn't. I mean, anybody with two eyes could see that you bought someone down and said that, Molly, you typed it. How could I come up with a narrative that you typed? You said you got to get down so that Ness has content that you don't run out of. And I think you did that right after he changed to Lady Snow. Now, Molly, knowing you were bullshitting. You were actually throwing a dig. I get it. But Molly, a lot of people can't catch on to the way that you have some sarcasm, you got criticism, you got trolling, whatnot. At that point, I just wanted to tell the people and let them, figure it out for themselves. It doesn't necessarily matter what I think, Molly, because I'm sitting up here giving commentary. It's about what I tell the people, and they're going to form their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. If they say it before me, then I am not the innovator. I like to be the originator. You know what I'm saying? All right. What do you mean, Malik? The link's always been, oh shit. The link is not pinned. Okay, yeah. I got you. Here's the link. All right, here is the link. And I should stop highlighting Molly's comments and get a bunch of people in here because, Molly's 499s, and I highlight all your damn comments, Molly, because I really, I rock with you. I go the long way with your ass, but I need to stop doing that so I get a 499 here and there. Hey, Bardon, I dropped audio down yesterday. Some bad questions about it. We still got questions. We still got questions about it, Molly. That is crazy. I've never seen you buy somebody off of a panel, Molly, for their own good. Actually, literally for their own good. You typed that it wasn't personal. That shit was funny as hell. Let's see. Let me put up a banner real quick here. What it do, Gordo?
Chicken head.
Yo, what up?
Oh, okay. I hear Brooke in the
What's going on?
background. Okay. You're lucky. You got up here because of Brooke, not you. Go ahead.
Oh, I got.
What's up?
Okay, well, however I got up here, Coon Booger, I'm up here. So
All
let's
right.
let's talk about. You got my money off that perk pack yet, B? I told you when I come back, I'm gonna need my money. But now, listen, I can't wait.
You want to go all the way up to 30s. You don't even want to work your way up.
Nah, I want all the money fast. Look,
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you an early congratulations again on the show that you and Rick.
You went out. Malik, you went out. All right, well, we'll let Malik come back in. Feel free to speak when you can hit the unmute button. Oh, did y'all hear about this? I know this is really random while we wait for Malik to speak again.
I'm not muted, but go ahead, do your thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to say one thing real quick. Hey, y'all, the new iPhone update, be careful. It's on my community wall. The new iPhone update put a record feature right on the home screen. You don't have to go through apps. You don't have to scroll. You don't have to turn. You don't have to do anything. It's up in the left-hand corner. It says record call. So all the pillow talkers and shit. Hey man, we got receipts for days now. Now don't talk to a single soul on the damn phone. Okay, go ahead, Malik. What's up, man? You said about Rick Reed and I. All right. Well, Malik forgot to use. Dude, you don't have to use your throwaway when you're in Baltimore, dog. You know what I mean? You can use your real phone. Use your throwaway when you go out of town. Okay.
Nah, man. I'm congratulating you and Rick Reed on that new show y'all doing on
I
Saturday
appreciate
night.
it.
I appreciate it. And as far as the throwaway phone, I had the throwaway phone in a minute, but I'm gonna have to get one of them joints again. But that's it, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep
You
doing your
leave
thing, man.
you leave your real phone. You leave your real phone at home and people call. So you ping off of those. Off those. Never mind. Off those things, and your throwaway phone is with you. But anyway, so that's what I thought you were doing, man. I just wanted to make sure you weren't making that move on me, like you said, like you're gonna kick in my back door or some shit. Just want to make sure I'm safe. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I ain't kicking
Eh,
in nobody's door. But nah, man.
hey,
Look, keep doing your thing, though, man. I always like coming to fuck with you, dog. You cool
no,
people.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, yeah, and keep up on that biker story, man. Keep up on that biker story that just happened in Forest Park here in Georgia. Yeah,
I,
it's a very very interesting breakdown, especially when you see the clubs involved. Definitely take a look at that. Biker incident in Forest Park, Georgia. Yeah, I would. I'm going to
I,
recommend that. I'm going to recommend that content to you because it'd be really cool. When you come up here sometime to kind of give just a little bit of a breakdown because people have heard us go back and forth a little bit about that biker life. So it'd be cool if you could look at that and like bring something to the table when we have those types of discussions.
I will.
All right, sir. Because you're going. Yep. Let's see here. It's time for the envy conclusion. Nope, Molly, you paid to drop me first. Molly, why'd you drop little Osama? Molly, that's funny as hell. Hey, I think, am I tripping or did Molly ask one time if Molly could drop the host? I swear along the way, Molly, that you asked if you could drop a host. That shit's crazy too. Hey, hey, y'all. And I'm gonna stop. I promise I'm gonna go back to the cam up thing, but life has been lifing, and I will try to mix that in for y'all and just see what's up. I'm starting to get just a little bit more support, and my thing is I'm trying to do this consistently for you all because last time when I had my little YouTube run, I would go very inconsistent, take off 3 4 days, come back at a random time, whatever. I try to bring you a 6 o'clock show. Even though mother, damn Trezor, hey, shout out to Trezor. Hey, you give your commentary, whatever. He said, I'm tripping. What the fuck? What did he say? Oh, he said, I just have to press my go live button. I don't need a slot. I don't need a space. I don't need a time. I don't need a person. I don't need a chair. I just hit my button. Well, guess what? I don't have that much clout. So I'm at 6 o'clock. Okay. Okay. And I'm pretty sure people go live about over me, under me, beside me, whatever. But at 6 o'clock, I will be here for 90% of the time, unless there's something that goes crazy. What did Molly say? We got to get this straightened out. Little mama, oh yeah, you're right. It's too cheap at Levin's. Jesus. Hey, Molly, have you Jesus. Molly will give you $5 and be like, can you drop them for the evening? Oh shit! I wonder what the beef sector would think about the both three sector buy downs. I would love to see that go down and see what people thought about it. Because we've always been $50 to drop, 100 to come back, and people pay it. They pay it. The only thing I'm gonna do, the only thing I can do because I'm a nomad and I'm all over the streets or whatever. See, unfortunately, I'm the type of person that drops somebody if I think they're irritating the people. I should leave them up here to get paid, but my patience isn't that good. If somebody's creating like I like the flow, I like a flow of a show. If somebody's asking some dumbass shit like they did, like they always do that, like we could be talking about something. They're like, oh yeah, I really just want to tie this into, like Vic Damone. Like, I just want to tie this into what Judah did back in something BC because he was here after Adam. And how did they get the apple? Like, Vic, we're talking about bullshit right now. Like, we're getting our shit off, and you're talking about the Bible. Could I leave somebody like up here to do that bullshit? Absolutely. I don't have a problem with you, Vic. I just use you as an example because you can definitely take the energy from a panel. And so one of these days I'll put a list of the panel killers up here and just piss a lot of people off. Lovely love, you're fun when you dance and do this and that, whatever. But every other word is you got it. You like you if you would up into you're on a panel, I'm just like, okay, cool. They're just gonna banter back and forth and ad lib the entire time. You feel me? Let's see. That sounds like something Molly would ask. What up, big rigs in the building? Big rigs in the building. Dude, I did like a commercial yesterday when I put up your banner. I'm like, if y'all don't want to go through, sift through the news or whatnot, go over to West Coast Wednesdays. I changed my voice and everything and put your banner up. I'll do that next time. But anyway, please, everybody, give it a chance. We will talk about sector stuff for sure. And I will bring in a little bit of the Mo3 stuff, just a quick segment or whatnot. But we will definitely tie that into sector. But Rick Reed and I are going to try this thing. We're going to do our best. Here, actually, let me try to sound like I did yesterday. Hold on. See, I always put myself through stuff. If I was cammed up, I'd really get into it, which I'll start doing for y'all. But I'm going to try to do this over again and see how close I can get. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. What did I say? All right. News you can use on Wednesday. Man, don't bring your ass. Oh, yeah. No, I don't do the. Hold on. I'm going to tell y'all who's backstage. Hold on 1 second. News you can use. Come in West Coast Wednesdays. Why watch the news when Big Rigs can sift through and find everything that you would like to know from the black male perspective? He gives his commentary on certain topics, and at the end, he opens up his panel to get everybody else's perspective. You leave his shows every time with something that you can think about past his show. And that's why the replay game is so great. But we love to see you over there Wednesdays at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you very much. All right. So we got Roy. What's up, Roy? I don't know who you are, but you're Roy.
What's good? What's good with you, dog?
What's up, man? What you got?
Shit, bro. I'm just checking in, bro. I mean, I'm new to the channel, bro. I'm just scrolling and I seen you live, bro. But let me ask you a question, dog. How you feel about I know this the beef sector, right?
Nah, it's no it's the op sector, but it's just I'm around the beef sector quite a bit. What's up?
So you condone the and I don't mean no disrespect, but you condone the homosexuality going on in the beef sector, bro?
Do I condone it?
Yeah.
What do you mean by condone? Do I support it? What?
What I mean by condone it? Do you
Because
accept?
I know where you're
Do you
going.
hate?
You're going into some bullshit area, but go ahead.
No,
But
I'm
it's
not really.
good. It's good for awareness. But you said I condone that type of behavior in the beef sector. Like, be more specific.
Yeah.
What's up, Gil?
Uh. Do you condone grown ass men putting their dick inside a grown man's booty hole? That, I mean, how, I don't know how more.
Yeah. So that's how fast we take care of that. The thing is I give people an opportunity to say something, and then here's the thing, right? It's supposed to be awareness, because the next question he could have asked me, obviously, is, I mean, really, no question. I don't know. I would never be a man. Roy's not a man, because I would never be a man and come up and ask anything about homosexuality with another man unless I'm homosexual myself, right? like, like I ask women how they feel about, a man and this and that, whatever. I don't really ask men about sexual uh lifestyles, and I would obviously never get that graphic. So yeah, you're banned. Appreciate you though. Go ahead and go ahead and hit the hit that cash app, or super chat or whatever, or yeah, everywhere we see you, Roy, it's up. And I know you used to hit Lady Stu's channel, but I thought you had a little bit more sense. And as I said, I'll always let somebody like that say something, because I do want to bring awareness to fucking ignorant idiots. What I would do if he asked me that in person is beat the shit out of him. I literally would hit him. I wouldn't even shoot. I'd hit him in the mouth with. I'd hit him in the mouth with my gun and watch him go down. Because I don't like that. I don't. Never mind. Now I'd drive around with you for all night in my trunk and just watch you ask to be left out. I'd poke a hole at the top so that you can breathe just a little bit, but it would still feel like you have asthma all night. But anyway, all right. How do you condone other people's sexuality when it's not even your exactly right? Worrying about where another man says exactly. That's exactly what I was talking about. I know that I didn't get sipping. I didn't get to your comment right about that point, but I'm glad that you're agreeing. Roy, you weren't entitled enough to condone other sexuality. That isn't. Yeah, exactly. And hey, envy. Hey, sipping. Yeah, it's just. I mean, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? But listen, if I talk about that anymore, all that's going to do is give him, more shine. And here's the thing. The one thing that you do need to remember is, if you're familiar with the beef sector, and you know that a lot of people in the community are over there, then that means that you like to engage in it. And they're all respectful. I'm a straight man. They all know that. And they don't talk to me disrespectfully, like, you're supposed to be a straight man and you're talking to me like that. They when I'm around, they don't say, "Hey, Envy, how'd you feel about this and that with another man?" If you're comfortable with yourself, it doesn't matter if you're around people that have a different type of lifestyle. And they're going to be respectful as long as I'm respectful. I'm not going to walk up to a gay man and be like, "Oh yeah, that pee was so good last night. I did this and this and this and this with her." And I expect the same respect. And from the beef sector, I've always gotten that respect. So if you want my real answer that makes sense or whatever, and we can move on, that's what it is. Get yourself together, because you have definite homosexual ways, because you just talked to me about graphic things that has to do with sex, and I'm a man. Okay. Envy, my taco spot is off Virginia Avenue. When I have my next event on patio, I'll give you the info. Oh, absolutely. Let's do it. Gip, I will support the hell out of it. I don't know if you know what I do for a living, Gip, but just go to my website. And we can, put together like a little meet and greet or something. And you probably remember down on, unfortunately, Atlantic Station got all jacked up or whatever. And then Peter Street, used to hang out a lot. But yeah, absolutely, 100%. I will support. Yep. Let's see. I don't care what lesbians do as a straight woman. It's not my business or even on my mind. That's weird. Absolutely. Like, I don't wake up and think about things that I don't enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Then they always got to go so graphic with it. Makes me wonder. Yeah, exactly. Because not all they want a reaction. They want a reaction, and they want me to engage. You know, because what's that supposed to make me do? Get angry? They want me to engage. No, you just get banned. You know, I knew he was going to be on some bullshit. I didn't think it was going to go that far, but I definitely knew he was going to be on some bullshit. And if you're man enough to ask me a question, I'll let you get your shit off. But don't be shocked when when I have my response. Cool. Okay. Real heterosexual men aren't worrying about other men's peens and where it goes, Roy. Absolutely. I mean, that's definitely weird. That's definitely weird. That means, especially when you're looking at me, like you're looking at my avatar. You know, I mean, it'd be weird to ask a woman that, but never mind, bro. Like, cool. If you're testing the waters to see what my response is going to be, so that you can talk to me someday or whatever on that level, yeah, wrong individual. I'm about the most heterosexual guy you'll ever meet in your life. I love women. They're great. I don't even like to be around men because it's a pissing contest and I always want to fight. I'm not one of those angry drunks or whatever. I just, for whatever reason, just like to fight. I go to a fight gym 3 times a week and I get beat up. I win about 60% of my fights and lose about 40. So I'm not the toughest guy in the world. So I'm kind of scary. I hope he doesn't come over to my live. He will. It took me a minute, but he porn bombed Lady Snoop twice. This was many years ago or whatever, but he porn bombed Lady Snoop twice. Took me a minute to realize who he was. But I really wanted him to say something dumb, but not that descriptive, because I will raise awareness. If I got to use such an ignorant thing that society is showing right in front of our faces and we can give a response that's clear, I like that, because right now there's so many narratives with younger generations on the internet where they're not going to know how to answer a question like that comes at them. So even though I think it's going to be dumb, I'm going to give them the floor. But I'm not going to let them talk long. Like, for example, the racist whoever starting to talk about like pizza's situation, that wouldn't happen here. But if she was trying to raise awareness, whatever, it's just something I wouldn't have allowed. He also said that with the side part and curly hair hanging down like he was ready to hair flip. You know what? He probably took his sunglasses off and fogged them up, wiped them down, and you know what? Even worse, sipping, he had Jerry curl juice on there. Like, when's the last time did you see hair that drips? Like, that dude had hair. Man, if he goes out in the sun for about 10 seconds, he's gonna have grease all over the hell of his shirt, bruh. Like, carry around one of them Tide pens or something for your Jerry curl looking ass. The nerve. He P-bombed her with pain. Yeah. Uh-huh. Now I remember exactly who he is. Yep, that's exactly what he did. Just all of a sudden, boom. You know, and actually that was so long ago that's the first time not the first time, but the first time I experienced seeing a P-bomb on a panel that was like that. Like, it's been so long ago, I forgot who his dumbass was. Anyway, sorry, we're actually secure with ourselves. Yep, everybody's secure with themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to go to a gay club, but at this, but at the same time, like, you know, I don't I fight for people that are persecuted. I really do. Not just women, but anybody that is persecuted for something that is their own lifestyle that they don't bother people about or throw it in their face on a daily basis. I actually would fight if somebody called someone, out of their name of being gay or out of their pronoun. Now, don't get me wrong. Like sometimes, I mean, Dimples, I call Dimples he, or Queen Tulsa and those folks he or whatever. But if you don't get it, I don't know. I get out of line sometimes a little bit, but not in a malicious way that's gonna like really piss people off, because this is the internet. We talk shit. But you know what? If you ever want to know something about how somebody feels about you, get them angry or get them drunk, and both is better. Let's see. I hit you on IG. Okay, Gip. I appreciate that. Yeah, the IG. Let me make sure you got it. Um, Everything is Man Code Television. So I will look for that, Gip. I appreciate it. Probably a message I'll have to accept because I don't know if we're friends on there. I'm really, really bad at checking messages on IG or Discord. He's a closet homosexual for sure. That's how they act, projecting all confessions. Yes, he definitely is. I wouldn't want a man to I wouldn't want a man to answer the question that he asked me. That would be really, really weird. What up, Fact? Hey, Fact, I got a question for you. A direct question. Yeah, I'm glad like the 100 people aren't in here right now. Fact, what did you, I don't know what the hell I was doing. I was chilling, I was doing something. What did you, since you put it in the chat, I can ask you. You said something about I told you, but Envy's not here, but if he was, I would tell him I told you. What were you talking about? In fact, I would never come at you. You're my you're the homie, you know what I'm saying? You're like, you're the homie. So I just wanted to see what that meant because I did see it. I was doing something else. I actually popped in there for a second just to drop a quick, message because I did use the brother's content yesterday. Just wanted to recognize that. And I know Lemon doesn't strike or do anything like that, but even if somebody strikes, I can use it. I can do fair use. All I got to do is commentary to it. But at the same time, I just wanted to, pay my respects for the fact that, I did utilize his hard work to make my show pop that one day. So let's see. Okay. The back and forth we had in the comment section about 2 weeks ago. And I also thanked you in this statement because I was unblocked. You remember? Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. I get it. Thank you for answering that. Fact. Yeah. I was wondering because you're one of the people I always want to be on the same page with. So, all right, let me say, you say I know exactly what you're talking about. I said Envy and Molly. Okay. Cool. All right, y'all. Let me conclude real quick. Thank you for coming through. I really appreciate it. Like your support and just like random acts of kindness, like getting a little cash app or something along those lines, like makes me want to do this more often. Because sometimes when I go to hit the live button, I don't want to do it at all whatsoever, just because it's an emotional roller coaster. And if a content creator, reporter, whatever is too fool themselves to admit that it's an emotional roller coaster to put on a live because you don't know how it's going to be. You can feel so many different ways after a show. You can, oh my God, that shit was crazy. Call one of your people or whatever that see you on the internet, or you could just feel like the worst person in the world, based on the shows. So to conclude real quick, I definitely want y'all to come out to watch Rick Reed and I. Our first show will be this Saturday at 10 o'clock. Let me find the flyer. It'll be this Saturday at 10 o'clock. I mean, we're going to be hitting a topic, but we're also going to be talking about sector stuff. If the sector is sectoring, and if it's not, we'll try to make it sector. What'd you say? Okay, no problem, brother. Yeah. So, okay. Binary and Resto, you're grown ass men, do your thing or whatever, but it's getting a little crazy. I will call you out because now I said it on my own channel. If I see the crazy trollery, I'll troll you back and we'll have a good time. I don't have a problem with either one of y'all, but just kind of the chaos of the event. I know that Code said that is content and drag it out. You know what? Hey, that's cool. American Idol, The Voice, all that, they drag it out. They have people that, I mean, they specifically have people come in there that make themselves look like asses that don't, get involved. One of the things that I did, suggest is maybe doing like a 2-day show. It would be really, really cool if y'all did like the elimination round and then the finals, whatever. I know that you, Resto, Binary, and Lemon are all independently competent to be able to put on that good show. And that's about it. If y'all think about something from now until the time that I go live next time, as I said, put it in the comments below the description. I don't give a damn what I talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can put anything out there. I will give you my honest opinion. You could say, how do you feel about so and so and such and such? I will definitely tell you. Here is my website. If anybody wants to visit my website, that's what I actually do for a living. This Manco television scenario is definitely used as a networking tool, but what I do for real is via that website. And you guys will see that I'm only putting myself through this YouTube situation of just having to come on here and do my thing because I'm the behind the scenes guy. And literally for 25 years, people have been like, well, you're just never going to get on stage. You're never going to talk on a microphone. You're never going to do this, do that. So I'm challenging myself to do it so that when I go to my people, I have more credibility because I actually media train people. And I want to be able to say, hey, I did this, 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 and this. And you know what? Somebody could say anything they want, okay? Especially in Atlanta. Oh, I know T.I. and I, Boosie and I went and did this the other day and whoop-de-whoop. You know what? Give them a website that's connected to the YouTube channels you deal with, and you don't have to say a damn thing. And that's why I'm out here trying to do my thing. Also, I'm networking for director of I'm networking for director of the LGBTQIA YouTube network in my within my company umbrella, and I want to get to know people before I even go into starting the hiring process because I would want one of you all to be in that spot more than I would, just a random person, because you all showed me so much support, beef sector, black sector, Mo3 sector, whatnot. I would love to take one of y'all on the ride with me. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. What'd you say? They don't bother me. They don't do anything. None of these other people don't do and haven't done. True. I wouldn't put anything past anybody these days. You know what I'm saying? So again, thank you so much. Please, please, please like the video and then please communicate with me via the description. I get back to every single message and I engage, and I want everybody, whether it be my sector, beef sector, whatever, we need to start pulling some people in and we need to be around, like Polar says, as long as we want. He's going to close us out and I'll see y'all out in the YouTube streets. I will not be back after this clip, but thank you so much to everybody. This is not easy for me to do, but I will continue to keep pushing until I get it right. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I got longevity, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? What I'm doing right now, I'll still be on this bitch 10 years from now. I'll see on this bitch 15 years from now if I want to. Me and y'all niggas who don't know that, fool. I'm on this bitch for 10 more years if I want to, fool. You know why? Because my platform started with off of my brain, and what I'm doing right now is off of my brain.